The Freeman Mavericks look to accomplish the almost undoable 4 straight state titles. Welcome to SportsWire, I'm Will Catter. Not many have done it and few have dreamed it. The four-peat, that's 4 straight state championships. But when the season began, the Freeman Mavericks girls lacrosse program had the chance to join some elite company that have done just that. The Boston Celtics, the New York Yankees, the University of Oklahoma softball, and Highland Springs football, to name a select few. But the 2024 Mavs weren't supposed to be here. The Mavs came into the year with 3 of their top players, Bridget Wilson, Grace Moore, and Ella Davis, already graduated from a year ago. And while the Mavericks would persevere, they did lose in the regional finals to Patrick Henry of Roanoke. Still, Freeman made it through states to the penultimate game, the state finals. Taking place at Glen Allen High School, their opponent, the Lightridge Bolts, who look a lot like the San Diego Chargers if they had a lacrosse team. Early action. Freeman with a 1-goal lead, 1-0 in the first. Not anymore. Lightridge, as Coach D'Angelo would say, very quick at the corners, very fast, speedy team. They tied up at 1. The Bolts, as they're called, were not done in the attacking half. Still first period. She shoots, she does not score. Freeman's defense was fantastic throughout in this match, but Lightridge had the momentum early. They get the score there to make it 2-1, and the Bolts would have the lead. Still in the first. Still a 2-1 advantage. Mavs looking for payback, and they would get just that. She shoots, she scores. Number 16 doing the honors. Ella Post goes far post, puts the biscuit in the basket. We're tied at 2. Lightridge on the comeback trail, on the restart, on the penalty. She shoots, she scores. The Bolts would have a 3-2 lead. Then, trying to double their lead, Lightridge go inside, fires, finds a back of the net. She shoots, she scores, and the Bolts all of a sudden up 4-2 with just 34 seconds left to go in the first period. We go to the second. Same score. Mavs can't fall behind by 3 and have a realistic chance in this one the way this game was playing. They do not. Firing, finding the back of that. She shoots, she scores. Hannah Cantonen. And there's not much that Hannah Cantonen can't do. She scores, and then Mavs. Big sequence here. Moments later, firing, finding the back of that. Eva Gardner, 3 goals on the evening. The senior finds a back to net as well. And just like that, the Mavs would tie it at 4. Keeping at arm's length, keeping this a tight game. Early on, it was Lightridge with the momentum. As the game progressed, the seasoned Freeman Mavericks knew how to finish. Speaking of finishes, how about that one still in the second? She shoots, she scores. Hannah Cantonen once again. And the Mavs have the lead. Firing, finding the back of the net. It's Lainey Gilman. Mavs would have a 5-4 lead. It would be tied at 5 at the half. Second half, all Freeman. They've been here before, 3 years, in fact, in a row, and their mettle and their mental toughness showed. She shoots, she scores. Cantonen again, and then Lainey Gilman finds a back to that. All of a sudden, Freeman, once down 4-2, have a 7-5 lead, so they flip the script. Fourth quarter, let's go down field side. The defense was key on the restart. Nice stop by the defense, nice stop by the keeper. Back in attack mode. It's Gilman. It's a goal! And the Mavs, all of a sudden up 8-5. And Lightridge, if you're counting at home, has not scored in the second half yet, nor would they. On the penalty, she shoots, she scores. Eva Gardner. And all of a sudden, it's all Freeman up 9-5, seconds ticking away. One of the coaches said, while they were getting their state championship medals, they said this wasn't supposed to happen. Well, the Mavs players beg to differ. They win an unprecedented 4th straight state championship. That goal would not count in the final tally, but they hoist the hardware for 4 straight years. These seniors have never not won a state title. Freeman takes home the hardware. 9-5 is your final, and they continue their legacy.
Speechless, absolutely speechless. Our journey was so different. Every year has been so different. This is like a fairy tale. I think anyone that's inside the program knows why and understands that. We had to rebuild. We lost so much power, so much skill last year, and so our goal this year was just game to game and just moment to moment. And so to be in this moment against a fantastic team like Lightridge, they had incredible shooters. We knew their shooters were great. They showed us that in this game, fast. They were speedy. So we really had to like work as a team and you know, like outplay that. And so to see it happening, I felt like in the fourth quarter, I can't gather my words. Like, it's just bliss, happiness. I'm so proud of them. Sorry.
We just hold each other accountable, and we make sure like we have each other's backs, and we don't like we have pressure on each other, and we just know like we have to get the job done. I think losing the regional final like helped us get like a chip on our shoulder, and we were ready to come out and win.
And believe it or not, the girls lacrosse team, not the only Freeman team to win 4 straight state titles. Ladies tennis did it as well. A 5-2 win over Great Bridge. The difference, like in the semifinals against Riverside, depth. And they got a big win in doubles to finish the job. Congrats, the ladies tennis team as well. Meanwhile, the Godwin Eagles baseball team was on quite a roll themselves. The high-flying Eagles had already taken down Clover Hill and Matoaka to win the regional title. Then they beat Stonebridge in the first round of states. That took Godwin to the state semifinals in a game that can only be described as an instant classic, and where one young man would make a memory that he will probably remember the rest of his life. Matter of fact, I'll probably remember it too. It's Maury, it's Godwin. It's state semifinals class 5, played at Glen Allen High School. It was a hot one. Good day for an icy for sure. Alabama commit Luke Smyers on the bump, getting the strikeout of Maury's Lee Garrison. The first, Maury would make Smyers work, however, and they would have traffic on the bases all afternoon. Granted, the strike zone probably felt like a postage stamp. I'm not saying it wasn't fair. It was fair on both sides. It was just a small strike zone. Gets a strike out there. Strike him out, sit him down. And in the top of the first, Smyers walks into danger and gets out of it, strikes out of danger. Meanwhile, bottom 1, Maury. That throw is offline. Pitcher Hunter Gillespie on the mound for the Commodores. Later, runner at second. It would lead to this. Going for the steal at third, and they got it. It's a double steal. 2 runners on. Godwin, fortuitous in the base running. Jackson York takes second as well. So 2 runners in scoring position would lead to this. Ground ball. They get the out at first. Cannot complete the double play. Run comes across the score in the form of Hank Pearsall. And the Godwin Eagles strike first. Got to feel pretty good about this one. Escaping damage at the top of the first, and then in the bottom frame, scoring a run to make it 1-0. Then Pearsall going back to work, gets Ethan Walker to strike out, but Maury again. I will say this, their lineup, they would see pitches very well. That time, though, again, Smyers getting out of danger. Maury leaving runners on base. We go to the next inning. Smyers strike him out, sit him down, gets Hunter Gillespie, his rival pitcher, and then Gillespie in the third. Godwin, again, aggressive on the base pass, gets a steal. It would lead to this. That dongle hunt all the way to the wall. Berkeley Smallwood comes up big, and he's going to truck it all the way to third for a stand-up triple. The Eagles have landed and have scored a second run. They're up 2-0. They were not finished. Smyers, he brought his bat to this one. Big hit here. Might have a bigger one later. Foreshadowing. RBI single. Godwin with a 3-0 lead. Still not done in the inning. Ground ball. Slow roller. No chance to get the runner at first. And instead, Isaac Caraher comes across the score, and the Eagles got this one in the bag. Everything starting out, coming out, roses, I should say, a 4-0 lead after 3. But Godwin would have to go to the bullpen. Charlie Gunn's been really good, gets a strikeout there, but they forced Smyers into throwing a lot of pitches those first 3 innings. So Maury getting to Godwin's bullpen, which again, very good, but how many times can the Commodores leave him loaded? Answer is not that many. That dog will hunt as well. Base hit to left, 1 run scores. Here comes another. It's a 2 RBI double, and the Commodores are coming back. It's 4-2. Same inning, same situation. Left fielder stumbles a bit, or he would have made the play. Instead, 2 runs come across the score. It's another 2 RBI double. Runner advances to third on the throw, and just like that, momentum gone for Godwin. We're tied at 4. Eagles need to make a play. They would right here. Everyone is so big. Getting the runner out at home on the ground ball, and then they go to the bullpen again. That is called ball 4. Hunter Ross on the bump. Bases loaded. RBI walk. Maury now leads 5-4. Godwin has 6 outs to get their season to continue. Still, nice job by Ross getting the strikeout, limiting the damage, but fact remains 5-4, 3 outs in the 6th, 3 in the 7th, 6 outs to get back in it. Runner on third for Godwin. The bunt works wonders. We're all square at 5. Matthew Hartsfield scores. So we go to the 7th. Tie game. Any run wins it in walk-off fashion for Godwin. Luke Smyers, take a look and listen. Smyers in his biggest hit of his high school career. And yes, that ball will see ya next time. It's a mob scene across home plate as Smyers smashes the Eagles into the state championship game in walk-off style, in dramatic fashion. Godwin wins it 6-5, your final.
I mean, I did came out, didn't have my best stuff on the mound, couldn't really locate, but I know I got my boys behind me. They're gonna come through every time, and I just know we had to get it done at the plate, and that's what we needed to do.
Did you know it was gone when you hit it?
Oh yeah, off the bat I knew it.
So the Godwin Eagles would set their eyes on the greatest prize, a state championship. Coming up, Godwin comes back up to the plate in the state title game, plus Glen Allen baseball matches up with McLean in the state semifinals. Highlights are straight ahead.
This can't be happening.
This can't be happening. Of course it's not happening. Armored car. Listen, having money isn't about luck. Make your own coffee, save $1,000 a year. Feed me. Feed the pig.
Welcome back to SportsWire State Semifinals Class 6, taking place at Deep Run High School, Glen Allen and McLean. I missed the first inning because I was still at the Godwin State Semifinals, but Glen Allen had a 3-2 lead over the Highlanders of McLean, and McLean looking to McLean up in the second inning. Runners on the corners, it would lead to this. Number 24 hits at the third. They can't make the play at first, and it stunk for Glen Allen because there were 2 outs. And instead, Gabriel peaks. He peaked, and he gets a run home. Man, that would lead to this. Base hit up the middle, 1 run scores. Here comes another. McLean delivering with 2 outs in the inning, plating 3 right then and there, and they would have a 5-3 lead. Still really early and still a lot of runs to be had, perhaps. Glen Allen trying to come back. This would help. At least it would seem to. All the way to the wall. Number 7 drills it. James Hall hits it hard, and he's got a triple. But McLean would settle down. Good defense as well. Good pitching. and the runner at third would be stranded. So McLean would hold on to their momentum and, more importantly, their two-run lead, I should say. Wow, what a play. I kind of think the ball found him. Still, great catch by Jacob Smith, the pitcher on the hill for Glen Allen later. High cheddar, high cheese fastball. Strike him out, sit him down. Glen Allen doing their best to hang in this one. Then ground ball to short. Jags get the out at first, so a clean inning keeps the pressure on McLean and the Highlanders. Glen Allen looking to bounce back. Base hit. That'll work to right. Number 3 doing the honors, Jackson Toole. And then this ball is scorched all the way to the wall. That's going to bring home a run, and now Glen Allen is just down 1 run. 5-4 the score off the RBI double by Drew Davis. And still a lot of ball game left, but McLean's pitching would settle down. Getting low in the strike zone with movement horizontally was a tough pitch for the Jags hitters to handle. And the defense with McLean, they were not making mistakes. They get the ground out, making the routine plays as well. Glen Allen would go to their bullpen, and McLean seeing pitch as well. We said that in the Maury game with Godwin. Maury saw pitch as well, so did McLean. Bases loaded, but Charlie Martin trying to get out of trouble, and he would. Gets out of a bases loaded jam. Problem for Glen Allen was they could not get enough runs moving forward. McLean shut him down. It was 5-4 in the 7th, but McLean puts up a crooked number in the 7th, and they win this one 10-4. Glen Allen's fantastic season comes to an end. McLean would be your champion. We head to the state championship game, Class 5. Godwin, First Colonial, Hank Pearsall on the mound. First pitch of the game, shatters an aluminum bat. This is the second time I've seen this in 18 years here covering for SportsWire. The first time I saw it was at Prince George. A young man named Jackie Bradley Jr. shattered the barrel of his aluminum bat. Godwin and Hank Pearsall, a nice, clean, squeaky clean 1-2-3 inning. Things were looking good for Godwin. Uncle Mo on their side. Bats came to play as well. How about Matthew Hartsfield in the playoff series he's had? He has been absolutely hot at the dish. Gets a single there. It would lead to this. Pearsall, he doesn't just pitch. He hits it hard. All the way to the wall, past the center fielder. Pearsall digging for 3. He would get there. Hartsfield would be thrown out at second trying to steal. Otherwise, that would have been an RBI. However, Godwin would still cash in. Moments later, number 11 getting it done. Ryan Taholka to touches one. Run comes around to score for Mills Godwin. 1-0 Eagles. Everything seemed great until the second inning. And First Colonial, everything they hit was hard. Base running was excellent. Everything hit was hard except for their bunts, which just kind of, this is when you're just, the day's not yours. In between first and second, well executed. And Colonial scores another. They would have a 2-run lead, and there were more where that came from in this frame. Brady Gavin just absolutely smokes one to left center. That's going to drive home one. And here comes another. Gavin, a 2 RBI triple. And before the smoke would clear, First Colonial would put a 8 spot on the board. Another base hit right here by Landon Haynes. That brings home a run. And like I said, the damage was done early. 8-1 all of a sudden. First Colonial would have a 7-run lead, and their pitching settled down after that. Low strike called. Gets the out there. Number 24, long and lanky. Nice life on the fastball. Gets a strikeout there. Brady Wilson on the bump. Doing well. More from Brady Wilson. Pearsall. Pearsall's been nothing but dynamite hitting the baseball as well lately. And, not just in the playoffs beforehand. So runners at second and third for Godwin, trying to mount a rally here, keep things going. No quit in the fighting Eagles. Ground ball to third. They get the out there. They cannot get the out at third. Run does come across to score in the form of Hartsfield. And Godwin no give up in these kids. It's a state championship game. You think they're going anywhere? Heck no. Fly ball goes as a sack fly. Another run scores. Ryan Tucholka producing that run. But an 8-1 hold, just too big to come back from. 9-3 at that point. And we go to the 7th. Last chance for Godwin. First Colonial gets the final out. What a wonderful season for the Eagles. You hate to see them fall in the championship game, but a lot to be proud of. Regional champs, making it all the way to the finals. First Colonial ends their season, though, 10-3, your final. Congratulations on 2 terrific seasons for both Godwin and Glen Allen. Both teams had some amazing moments to be sure, as did several others from across the county. Coming up, we take a look back at some great spring moments from the 2024 season. That's next.
Morning, Gary. We are GetSchooled.com. You want a college education, don't you?
You know you do.
Yeah, but I don't know where to start. That's why we're here. We're free, handsome,
I think we're breathtaking.
and here to guide you through every step of the way, starting with attendance. Gary, financial aid forms. Biology homework, G. I got this. Is that Bran? Colleges love extracurricular activities.
Chess really isn't my thing.
I got this. Doesn't matter. Go ahead. Picking a college, man. You and us. Go together like tacos and Tuesday.
And I love tacos.
Fire and ice.
Those don't really go together.
Go to GetSchooled.com for more info.
Welcome back to SportsWire. The spring sports season has come and gone, but not without some amazing accolades, both for local teams and also individual athletes. Whether it was blazing speed on the track, clutch goals in the waning moments, or that 500 strikeout from the circle. The memories from this sports season will live on for several players and teams from across Henrico County. if you have questions or comments about the show, just send me an email to this address, sportswire@henrico.k12.va.us. And you can always follow us on X and watch episodes on YouTube. We'll be back before you know it, as the fall sports season is just a few months away. I can't wait to see ya next time on Sportswire.